Hi, and welcome to your Bare Basics video on finding the equation of a straight line. There are three ways that we can do this, and this video will take you quickly through all three methods. First of all, let's just have a quick look at what the equation of a straight line actually looks like. The general equation of a straight line is y equals mx plus c. M is the gradient, which can also be used to described as the rate or the change in each step or the growing part of the equation. And the c is the y-intercept, which is a constant. So let's look at the gradient to begin with and have a quick reminder of what the gradient actually is. It's also called the slope, and it's a measurement of the steepness of the line. The steeper the line, the higher the number that the gradient m will be. The sign tells us the gradient's direction. If it's positive, it's a rising line, so as we move from left to right, it's going up, and if it's negative, it's a falling line. And we use the letter m to represent the gradient. We can find the equation of the line when we have a sketch of the line, and here's an example. Now remember, the general equation of the straight line is y equals mx plus c. C represents the y-intercept, where the graph cuts the y-axis. And we can see in this example, the line clearly cuts the y-axis at -1. So the value of -1 will go into our equation in the place of the c. The gradient is found by rise over run. That means the amount we go up compared to the amount we go across between 2 points. So we can see here between our point -1, -3 and 1, 1, we're going up 4 and we're going across 2. We can put 4 over 2 into our equation in place of m. So our equation now is y equals 4 on 2x plus -1. This then simplifies to y is equal to 2x minus 1. And there you have it, the equation of the line. Now sometimes we're given the slope and a point on the line. And it's important to know that when we know a point on the line, the x and y values must be able to be substituted in so that the equation of the line is true. So here is our point, and here we have 2, 3. So we want to know the equation of the line which passes through this point, 3, 2, and has a gradient of 2. Now once again, the general equation of the line is y equals mx plus c, and as we know the gradient is 2, because we're told that, we can put that straight into our equation. So we know that y is equal to 2x plus c. Now, as I said before, we know the point 2, 3 is on the line, therefore the equation must be true for this point. Therefore, we can substitute in y equals 3 and x equals 2 into our equation so we can solve for c, because then we only have one unknown. So at the moment we have 3 is equal to 2 times 2 plus c. So 3 is equal to 4 plus c, and we can solve for c. So c must be -1. So our equation of our line will be y is equal to 2x minus 1. The third scenario we can be given to find the equation of our line is to have 2 points. And here's our example. We have a point at -4, 5 and a point at 1, -1. Now remember, if you have 2 points, these could be joined to form a straight line. And then we've got our graph already. So we know we can find the gradient, and if we drew a straight line, we knew that we could just visually find our y-intercept, but we don't need to do that. We can find it just by using these 2 points, and so the first step is to label the points P1 and P2. and therefore we have x1, x2 for our values for P1 and x2, y2 for our values for P2. We then find the gradient using the equation m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What we're simply doing is finding our change in y, or the rise, over the change in x, which is the run. So substituting in the values that we can get from our graph, we have m is equal to minus 1 minus 5 over 1 minus negative 4, which simplifies to give us negative 6 on 5. So now we know our gradient and we can substitute that in to our equation. We can then substitute in P1 into the equation and solve this so we actually get our C value. And by doing so, we get 5 is equal to negative 6 on 5 times negative 4 plus C. And this becomes 25 is equal to 24 plus 5C. I've gotten that by multiplying all terms by 5 to get rid of the 5 in the denominator. And therefore C is 1/5. Therefore, our final equation of this line is y is equal to negative 6 on 5x plus 1/5. If you have any questions, just ask me in class or email me. This has been your Bare Basics lesson on finding the equation of a straight line. Remember, the idea of Bare Basics is to make maths just that little bit more bearable for you.